Pork tacos, baby.
Brothers Bistro. Recipe so simple, even a dude can make it.
Hi, I'm Skinny Kenny.
I'm Musclehead Kevin,
And we're the Clark Brothers.
Well, we're
Brothers.
welcoming them to Brothers Bistro.
Yes,
right?
we are. Here for your hair.
Okay, well, this is a super cool recipe, super cool episode, right?
Yeah, caught you by surprise.
We're gonna do tacos on a cheese shell.
We're gonna do tacos. We've done something like this before, but we've never done pork tacos. So tonight we're doing pork tacos. A little bit in the honor of St. Patty's Day. You know, right after St. Patty's Day, what comes up?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. So we're getting our Cinco de Mayo on a little early, celebrating St. Patty's Day in absentia. That's happening on Monday.
Well, we're gonna celebrate St. Patty's Day in France.
That's true. That's true. We're not going to quite be in France then, but
No, but we'll be going.
We'll be there in
heading.
spirit.
We'll be there for Cinco de. Oh, we won't be there.
So
for
when we
Cinco
come
de-
back, we're going to show you the recipe, and the ingredients are super simple. You're going to
Yeah.
like this. Kev's he's excited about it.
I know. I am.
We got and we've made it a little even easier than normal. We got our guac-salsa going. So we picked up at the grocery store some pico de gallo that already had chopped up onions, chopped up tomatoes, and a little cilantro. And we added in the guacamole with it, so we mixed it up. So this will go on the tacos along, you know, like where you
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the way to do it.
And we've got some lettuce, and we got cilantro. So we'll probably add a little bit of this cilantro
Because you
to
can put a little bit more fresh cilantro on your stuff, and then we're going to cube up our pork, and we're going to put it out there with a little taco seasoning, and some salt and pepper.
Yeah, and then we got our taco shells. I know it doesn't look like taco shells, but this is it in its native form. So when we come back, we're going to show you how we're going to make our taco shells, and you're going to love it. It's going to be great.
This is our shell former.
Yeah. Well, it also holds the taco once we get time to fill it.
When we do it, we're going to put them on this side when we make the shell, and then we're going to turn them over.
I don't remember what these things are called, but we got them on Amazon for like $5 or something. So we've had them around for a little while, and we're going to make our own taco shells.
Show them how to put the cheese on.
Okay, so you took we had 2 8-ounce bags of cheese. It calls for 1 8 ounces of cheese. So we're going a little heavy on the cheese, but don't tell anyone. And then you basically fill a cup like this. You could probably do it in a coffee cup or something, but you know, something that's relatively wide mouth.
Ready,
1,
go.
2, 3.
Well, you're terrible at that.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. We got the oven going, broiler going. We're gonna melt the cheese, so it's gonna spread out a little bit.
So
It
pick
might
up
be a
your
little-
2 cookie sheets and throw them in here. Let's see.
Well, let's do one at a time.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid that it's gonna be too long. Oh, that'll fit. Okay, it said 5 to 7 minutes, but basically we're just waiting for the cheese to melt.
And we're closing it up, and we'll be back.
And when they're ready, when we come back, when they're ready, we're gonna pull them out, let them cool just a little bit, and then we'll drape them over.
Right. We
So
use
that-
like a spatula. We put them over there.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that turned out good. Okay, now we're gonna let them cool for just a second.
Ooh, and so then we're gonna let them cool, so they coalesce a little, and then we're gonna try to pick them up and drape them over these little taco shell things.
Yeah, so we get a little taco shell. So those look like tortillas, kind of, huh?
Took a little bit of doing, but we got it figured out. So you take a little spatula, you go underneath the cheese itself,
We let
and,
it cook.
and it's on this Reynolds wrap, which was key, right? We let it cool. Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. We let it cool a little bit so it wasn't hot to handle, and now you can kind of pick it up. And it doesn't fold over quite as nice. It maybe would have been better if we'd done it a little more melty, because they've kind of cooled into place. But I think it's gonna work out fine.
We can put it back in the oven like that. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, so that's it for the shells, and then now we're going to the pork. We're gonna do our pork. And that's what you're gonna see coming back. Here's our pork chopped up, diced up, but now we're gonna come back and we're gonna cook it. Kevin's got a fancy cooktop. This one didn't call for any liquid really, just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, we'll have it all in the recipe. You'll be able to see it.
What do you think of my cooktop, buddy? Pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing it's a tax write-off, huh?
We cubed up the pork. I think it's gonna do fine. We've got enough for 2 tacos each.
Ooh.
Wow. My brother's getting generous with the taco seasoning.
Okay, it said 3 tablespoons. We only put 2 in there because we don't want to overdo it. So we'll see how it comes out. And we might need a little liquid or a lid, but
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out as we go here. It's our first time doing this. You know, you guys think we do all this prep work. We don't do any prep work. We're reading this recipe for the first time as we're on camera here. So stay with us. When we come back, we'll have the pork browned up, and we'll have the rest of the veggies kind of chopped and ready to go.
which there's only lettuce and cilantro.
Right.
That's the only other veggie, so there's not really much to it.
Yeah, lettuce and cilantro. I'm looking over your shoulder. Yeah, we got the
The
guac-salsa.
So you'll see. This was a pretty quick meal. So far, we're only into this maybe 10 minutes.
Right.
We're not very far in. So hang tight. We'll be right back. Just to get the seasoning kind of all over everything. So we put a little bit of water in it. And now we're kind of just cooking off the water and letting the seasoning stay. And here's our little cubed up pork, right? And we got our taco shells. What we basically did is we flipped them over so that they're in the concave, so that the shell is kind of the same. It didn't, because the cheese is kind of pliable, it didn't really keep form, but it's fine like that. So we'll lay them in there. We'll make them up, and we'll serve them up like that on a plate.
Yeah, and you can add whatever you want. If you like lots of guac-salsa, you put that on there. If you like lots of lettuce, you put that on there. You could make a little salad on the side if you prefer.
I think we're ready. We can turn that off.
Okay. That'd be the
Clear example, what is it?
clear. Did you hear that? And then like that, it's off.
Okay.
Okay, when we come back, we'll be plated up and we'll be ready to go for a taste test.
That was super simple and super quick. And you know, you could do it in a bowl if you wanted, right? We could have made a taco bowl.
That's true.
We just happened to melt the cheese. So if you really didn't want to take the time to melt the cheese, you could just put the stuff in a bowl and put the cheese on top and
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
What?
We're gonna taste test now. Don't taste the lettuce. We know what that tastes like. Taste the tacos.
Going in.
Mmm. That's pretty yummy.
That's really yummy. Guys, you gotta try it. That was simple.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the faster recipes.
Okay, so get this recipe, try it out, let us know what you think. It was all pretty simple. The hardest part was making the shells.
And that wasn't too hard.
Right.
Clark Brothers Bistro, here for your health.